Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. I'm Linda Karauskas, and I want to thank you for joining us on this Friday, September 2nd. We have an informative show for you today. We'll be on location. We'll be visiting with Sylvan Durbin at the Owatonna Arts Center regarding the grand opening and the new elevator and entrance area. Later on in the program, we'll be in Faribault, where we'll be interviewing Virginia Van Sluis about the Vietnam Memorial Traveling Wall. So you'll want to stay tuned for the program. Also at this time, I would like to announce to you that the Owatonna Today Show would like to welcome back our show sponsor, United Way of Steele County. So special thank you for coming back on board. And then Friday is that special day in the week when we recognize our sponsors for the Owatonna Today Show. The Today Show thanks the following sponsors of our program. Our premier sponsors are City of Owatonna, Express Employment Professionals, Owatonna Public Utilities. Our primary sponsors, Amy Swain Hearing Centers, Anytime Fitness, Fairway Foods, Little Theater of Owatonna, Owatonna Foundation, United Way of Steele County. Our interlude sponsors are Bremer Bank, Brenda Bednar Mortgage Office, Glenn Mager and Michael Mager of the Brick Mager Funeral Home and Medford Funeral Home, Carlson, Branstead and Company CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care, Owatonna Business Incubator, Sign Pro and Auto Trim Design, Steele County Historical Society and Steele County Transitional Housing, the Third Hand Video Productions, Triam Graphics, and TPS Insurance. And we hope you'll support these fine Owatonna businesses that support the Owatonna Today Show. So please say thank you to them when you see them out and about. The show is able to continue because of them. And for those of you who are maybe looking, we'd love to have you on for more sponsors of the show. If you are a business and would like more information about becoming a sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show, you can contact our show's producer, Leanne Alt, at 390-5751. She'd love to hear from you. Well, we will take a quick break to hear a message from our sponsors, and then we'll see you out on location at the Owatonna Arts Center. So please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Dr. Beth Giltvet.
And I'm Dr. Nick Vincelli of Horizon Eye Care.
We want you to see what you love and love how you see. We're proud sponsors of the Owatonna Today Show.
I needed more than just another dead-end job. I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
With the kids off to college, I decided it was time for me to go back to work and express myself.
Express got me in touch with some really great companies. Now I'm on my way to a great career.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
United Way of Steele County has kicked off the 2016 campaign. This year's corporate campaign leader is Go for Sport. Our goal is $700,000. Be part of the change you want to see in the community. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And we are on location on this beautiful summer morning. We're on location at the Rice County Fairgrounds, and we're here viewing the Vietnam Memorial Traveling Wall. And I'm interviewing and going to visit here with the ones that are responsible for bringing it here to Faribault. And on my left, I have
Virginia Van Sluis.
And Peter Van Sluis.
And Virginia, what is your title with this whole fair?
I'm the co-chair for the Wall Committee and belong to the Faribault Elks.
And Peter?
I'm also the co-chair, and we're at the Faribault Elks, and we're actually, Virginia's heading up the Veterans Committee for the Metro District for the Elks, and that is why we started this particular project. But it was so big for us, so we had to talk to Kirk.
Okay. And over here I have
Kirk Mansfield, and I serve as the chaplain for Post 43 American Legion here in Faribault, and also the Legion Riders Director. And with the wall event here, I'm serving not necessarily tri-chair or anything like that, but just I'm a good helper.
Okay. What is the Vietnam Memorial Traveling Wall, Kurt?
So this Vietnam traveling wall that we have here is 80% replica, 80% scale of the National Memorial that's in Washington, D.C. And in D.C., the full scale out there, just a little over 400 feet. This particular wall is 360 feet, and it's being constructed as we speak here behind us. But it has all of the names that are on the D.C. wall are also on this traveling wall. And there are 58,282 names on this particular wall. There are actually 4 traveling, moving walls that go across the country, and this just happens to be one of them. So, good. All right.
Okay. Now, Virginia, how did you bring the wall here? What was involved in all that?
First I had to do a lot of research as to what the cost was going to be, what it would entail, how much manpower it might take, and I certainly underestimated that. But just basically researching what the cost of the wall would be. And then we looked at each other with 5 of us around a table and said, well, we could probably make that happen, which we did. For me, it was more bringing it because I grew up in that era, had peoples that I went to school with that are on that wall, and it was just to maybe expand on what my veterans' obligations are to the Elks.
What do you feel in your heart is the reason that there is this traveling wall and so much attention brought to the Vietnam Memorial Traveling Wall?
Probably because of the way that they weren't received when they came home. As Kurt can say, and I've heard him say many times, most of them, and I knew several like that came home. They either came home in the dark, they immediately took off their uniforms. If they were on some kind of cargo plane, they were told, take your uniforms off before you get off the plane, because most of them were spit on. Most of them were called nasty names. It wasn't as if when they went to apply for a job, oh, you're a veteran? Oh, thank you. It was like, we probably don't even want you working here right now, because there was just a lot of hatred towards them.
Right.
So,
and actually yesterday when we did the escort, we had an escort from the Steele County Fairgrounds to here, and it was unreal how many people were on the side of the road. And after the escort came here, and I walked here through the hundreds of motorbikes and cars and the veterans, there were guys crying. I heard several people say, wow, we finally got the welcome that we never received when we came back from the war.
And, you know, if those realize in hindsight now, we all learn from hindsight. It's kind of a healing thing, I would think, in that people are willing to make it right.
Absolutely, and we have positioned this event as a healing and an educational experience. So people that come here just to learn about the wall, like we're going to have 300 Bethlehem Academy students come for the opening here, and they're going to wander around, and they don't know nothing about this. But for the veterans that come here, and a lot of them will come in the middle of the night, they don't want people around them, we actually have a veterans lounge with counselors. If they want to sit, they want to cry, they want to talk, you know, we will be there for them.
Now, I know you're humble about this, and it's something from the heart, but how much did you actually have to raise to bring that wall here?
The initial cost for the wall was around $9,000. That was to get the wall, make sure that it was paid for, and that we would get it. But the community and the outpouring from organizations, from companies, was overwhelming, and the in-kind donations that we got. It was, I don't want to give a real dollar amount, but I'm going to say it was well into the almost 100,000s.
Wow, well, congratulations. Now, what else will they see here besides the wall itself, Kurt?
So the wall obviously is the focal point, I mean, with the names. And but everything that's around this is all veterans related, particularly the Vietnam era. And so directly in front of the wall here to my right, they're actually laying out the grid work for a field of crosses. And that will contain 38 crosses from the 6-county immediate area radiused around Faribault here. So we've identified those folks. They've been killed in action Vietnam, and we wanted to recognize and honor them in such a way because we feel that the bulk of the folks that are coming to visit are from the local communities, and so we want to honor them as such. And not to put any less value on the lives that were lost beyond that 38, but those 38 are the immediate area, and we want that to be a nice focal point for the wall. So there are 1,073 Minnesotans killed in action, and we'll have obviously different areas of the wall will focus on that. And then we also have the Military Mobile Museum, which is set up in some tent space over to our right here. And then we have a lot of heavy equipment that's been brought in from the Morristown area. Randy Meschke and his group had brought all this equipment in. That's memorabilia, and, just different vehicles that they brought in.
The scope of what is happening here right now, our viewers, it's hard to really see it. How many volunteers would you say it has taken in just 24 hours?
This place has transformed just literally overnight. And certainly within the last 48 hours, this whole place has just come alive with just activity. And I'd say, at this given point, just looking around, I would have to guesstimate somewhere over 150 that are probably walking the grounds right now, and in all various capacities. And we have so much happening. Obviously, the wall's going up behind us here, but we have another field of crosses over here that recognize the 100 Minnesotans that were killed in action since 9/11, and those are the Iraq and Afghanistan veterans. So that field of honor is all ready to go. Next to that, we have the POW MIA table, which will be on display, the missing man table. That's in a tent all by itself, and that'll be the main focal point in there. And we're planning on having a standing sentinel in that tent. We're going to have that overwatch for the entire period. So.
Okay. Now, are you in charge of getting this, the logistics of today set up?
So, well, yeah, we all have different roles. I have various things. I was primarily in charge of the escort from yesterday. It was just amazing. But we have any number of things. We have the Veterans Lounge here. We have crews on that. So we're all kind of pitching in just whatever needs to be done. And the volunteers have been so amazing. They'll come up and say, what can I do next, or where do you need me? And so we're just mostly directing people. We know all the areas, but we just mostly directing people and helping getting things laid out.
Now, Virginia, there's so much happening here. Will there be things here for the entire family to enjoy?
Absolutely. Indoors, as Peter said, there is a Veterans Lounge. There is an area where there's service booths from the Historical Society, the 23 to 0, Operation 23 to 0, Yellow Ribbon. Then there's a picture area that has pictures from all facets of the Vietnam War. There'll be a movie going on. It'll play continuously. Just what you see in front of you for them to have. Plus, we have our opening and today, so Peter can talk a little bit more about that.
Right. Let's talk in total. When does the exhibit here officially open, and when will it run, and where is it at?
Okay, it's at Rice County Fairgrounds. There will be signs all over town to direct you here. There is at 1 o'clock, there's a soft opening. We do the blessing of the wall. We have laying of the wreaths. We have dove release, etc. At 6:30 is the grand opening. We have even more speakers then. It is open, so starting at 1 o'clock today, and it will be open 24 hours a day until Labor Day afternoon, 1 o'clock on Monday. At 1 o'clock we have the closing ceremony, but people can come here anytime. It is free to visit, it is free for parking. And we don't sell food, we don't sell t-shirts. It's only about a solemn, respectful healing and learning about this event.
If someone wanted to donate, would there be something available for that?
Absolutely, there will be a few donation boxes that is from the Memorial Wall organization itself. We are not accepting any money anymore because we have raised enough to do this event.
So it would definitely be a place to have the family out. And for our younger ones, would you say it's going to be an educational event?
Absolutely. They're going to wonder why are all the names on the wall, and hopefully whoever brings them here lets them know and educates them why.
Well, thank you so much for your dedication to this. And thank you, Kurt. And we wish you a huge success for this. And come on out and learn about our precious Vietnam veterans. We will take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back. So please stay with us.
Hi, Eric here from Owatonna Senior Place. Participate in one of the many active fitness classes we have, or hop on the bus for one of our great day trips. We have a variety of programs and activities happening throughout the week. Our goal at Senior Place is to create positive moments for you at a reasonable and affordable price. Don't forget the Senior Place Partnership Program, with over 40 businesses giving discounts and incentives to you for being a Senior Place member. Contact us for more details. Live full, live well, live long.
Amy Swain Hearing Centers is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Dr. Amy Swain, and I want everyone to hear better.
I'm Dan Branstead of Carlson Branstead & Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
At Triumph Graphics, we think beyond ink. That's why you should make us your source for creative concept, design, print, mail, and web. Check us out today at triumphgraphics.com.
Hello, my name is Katie Marshall. A year ago, my family and I became homeless. We were scared and alone. Today, with the help of Steele County Transitional Housing and generous donors like you, my family and I are safely housed. I am working, going to college, paying my rent on time. My children have a warm bed to sleep in every night. My family and I are so grateful for this second chance. Please help others in need by donating to transitional housing today. Everyone deserves a safe place to live.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And we are on location in front of the new atrium here at the Owatonna Arts Center. And we're talking with Sylvan Durbin, who's the artistic director here. Welcome to the program, and thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming. We are so excited to show off our new building and our new entrance and gallery spaces, as well as our elevator. We've waited several years and worked very diligently to get it, and it's a beautiful structure. And on September 11th, from 1 to 5 p.m., we're going to invite the public out to walk through these beautiful glass doors into our atrium, share some treats, hear some music, see the gallery spaces and studio spaces to your Community Arts Center.
Sylvan, let's talk a little bit, let's backtrack just a tad. Your face has been through so many things here, new programs, whatever. Why don't you share with our viewers how long you've been here?
I've been here since 1977, so it's been a number of years. Okay. It's a wonderful community. I enjoy what I do, and people have been very, very good to me.
Let's talk about the concept here with the Arts Center. Why did you feel you needed an atrium?
The atrium is also part of, for years, we've wanted an elevator at our end of the building. The building is and has been handicapped accessible for several decades. But on weekends, our door is the only door that is really open. And for those people who are handicapped, it's difficult to get into the building. And the large historic room that we use as the Performing Arts Hall, if you use that elevator, you would have been presented as part of the program. So this solves some of those concerns that we have. But also, I think what you're really interested in learning is that the entire campus is on the National Historic Register. So BKV, the architectural firm that we've been working with for several years on this project, also has been working with the state architect.
From the conception?
From the very conception.
Which was how long ago?
Oh, I think close to about 7 years ago. So many of those design elements needed to be approved by the state architect before construction could begin.
So you're saying 7 years from that point till right now?
Yes.
And when did we break ground here?
Well, we've done it a couple of times, and I'm going to use the most recent one, which happened last September. Instead of breaking ground, we decided to have a champagne toast.
Okay.
So it's been almost a full year of construction to get to this point.
And we're anxious to get in and see the new addition and see what it's all about. So can we do that?
We'd love to show you.
Thank you.
So why don't we go through the doors and come on in.
Okay. Sylvan, we have relocated right inside the atrium entrance here. And as you walk in the entrance, it's just so beautiful. And you look up, explain to us what we're going to see here in these
We have
lights.
these beautiful 18-foot high ceilings in the atrium. You can enter on ground level, which is very important. And Jerry Shore and Les Abraham worked on the fantastic white fixtures that are in this area that have a wonderful prairie school look that should hopefully be timeless as well. We're going to also fill this space, or have the opportunity to re-hang artwork on a regular basis in here. And we're going to open with quilts by Pat Cox, an internationally known quilter who does applique. And we'll show you one in a bit. The pieces have fabrics that are Oriental in style, and the subject is Japanese crest. But one of the most important things about the new structure is the elevator, which is right directly behind us here. And would you care to see the inside?
I would in just a minute. Would you explain too how the windows were pulled into this design and why?
Well, the windows actually are from the old building. So what was the original kitchen area, if you walk through there, the window design was lifted from there, so to speak. So the 3 stacked windows with a little clear story, and then the 2 square windows that come down are the basis for this grouping of 3. So there is this tie-in that the architect has made.
Okay. So the main catalyst for this atrium was our friend standing behind us.
The elevator.
And this has just been incorporated so beautifully. Why don't you push on the button and maybe we can get a peek of what it looks like here. Let's step back.
We're so pleased to have it because not only will it be something for individuals to get in and out of the building, but for us to bring artwork in and a variety of things. So it's going to serve multiple purposes besides just a wonderful way for individuals to not use the steps.
It's very beautiful. Can we see more? Can we adventure upstairs?
We'd love to have you up there.
Thanks. Well, Sylvan, where are we right now? We just came off the elevator.
We're on the gallery level, the main floor, and you can see how easy it is for you to get on this level or to the lower level. And we're in the gallery area as well. And I see that we're panning the beautiful light fixtures and the rest of this very handsome and lovely space as well.
What I noticed that's so functional about this atrium space is you can walk right in on the ground level, walk down a few stairs, and you're into the classroom level downstairs,
Yes.
or you can take the elevator up or the stairs up and be here in no time. So there's much improved accessibility.
Oh, great accessibility. And we really would like to thank all of the contributors who have made this possible. The sales tax was the impetus for getting it started and seeing it to its completion. The Owatonna Foundation has been very generous, and there have been several other very, very large contributors who have, given funds to see all of this happen, and close to about 200 individuals and businesses that have contributed to make this possible. And we're very indebted and grateful for everyone who has worked on the project, not only with their time, but also with their financial resources as well.
We have a great balanced community that just shows up for everything. What was the total cost of this project?
$1.5 million.
And I understand you still need some funds, and what would that number be?
Well, that fund is close to about $90,000. And so, any contribution, no matter how small or how large, is always welcomed to help us complete the project as well. And it's a wonderful asset for the community, and we're really enjoying it.
And how many volunteers are assisting you at this point to get ready for the grand opening?
Well, I'm bad with numbers. It's a nice variety. We have actually we have several people, sprucing up the old part of the building as well, and we'll be in here to put some finishing touches on as well.
And so as we're approaching the grand opening, what do you have planned? Preceding it and during?
Well, for the grand opening, we mentioned the concert in the evening before, from 1 to 5. There'll be some sweet treats. We're going to have some music and some art demonstrations downstairs, some people throwing on the potter's wheel. If you haven't seen that, it's a great process. And Annie Gaffke is going to be making a print showing that process. We have a press down there, and the building has a variety of hidden aspects about it. We have studio spaces for classes for both kids and adults, gallery spaces, and we have that beautiful performing arts hall where we have concerts, but we also rent that space out for a variety of events, weddings. We've had graduation parties there, and a number of things like that as well.
And what time will the grand opening be? And
From
what
1
day?
to 5 on Sunday, September 11th. Everybody's welcome to come and join us.
And you mentioned there's entertainment. What's the name of your entertainment?
Well, that is going to be on Saturday evening, and that
Okay.
will be the Bad Tangerines.
Okay.
And that's a paid concert. $15 to get in if you're a member, $20 if you're a non-member. Should be an exciting evening. They do a spectacular program.
And if anyone has questions about any of this or would like to talk about anything doing with the new atrium, can they contact you?
Sure, just phone the Art Center or contact us by email. Our phone number is 451-0533. I'd like to, if we have time, show you one of the quilts that will hopefully grace the walls for the new entry for the first exhibition.
Okay, why don't you take us on out with the quilt?
Okay.
Okay, Sylvan, this is an example of the art of quilting that will be displayed here, and when will that be displaying?
This show in the new area will be September through October, and this is just one of the beautiful pieces that will be on display, and I'm hoping you'll stop out to see that as well.
Okay. And again, what time does the event start on Saturday night with the entertainment and all?
The entertainment with Bad Tangerine starts at 7 p.m. There will be refreshments available. We hope you'll get your pre-tickets because there is limited seating as well. And on Sunday, the festivities begin at 1 o'clock. The public is invited to take in the new entrance, the new atrium, and see the gallery spaces and everything that's happening at the Art Center. We welcome you to come out and be happy with us.
I can tell this is a very exciting time for you, and we wish you continued success here at the Owatonna Arts Center.
Thank you so much.
We will take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back, so please stay with us. Welcome
Hi,
back
I'm
to
Rich
the
from
Owatonna
Sign Pro and
Today
Auto
Show,
Trim.
Your Community Connection. We hope you enjoyed visiting at the Owatonna Arts Center and with the Vietnam Memorial Traveling Wall. It's that special time for our community announcements, and I'd share those with you at this time. Wine and beer tasting will be going on at the Holiday Inn in Owatonna on September 8th from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Proceeds benefit the Patient Care Fund at the Homestead Hospice House. The City Archery Deer Hunt will take place November 1st through December 20th. The registration deadline is September 15th. Registration forms may be found at the Parks and Recreation Office as well as on the website. A $10 non-refundable application fee is due at the time of registration. All hunters must be at least 18 years old and no crossbows are allowed. The 8th annual Watershed-wide cleanup event. Join us at the Morehouse Park Chalet on September 17th at 9 a.m. and please sign up at www.crwp.net. To date, 110,000 pounds of trash and debris have been removed from your waterways. Volunteers receive free lunch and souvenir. On Saturday, September 17th, the 4th annual fundraising event for the Children Remembered Orphanage Legacy Trust will be held on the State School Orphanage grounds at 540 West Hills Circle, Owatonna, Minnesota from 2 to 5 p.m. This year, family-centered event includes musical entertainment, horse-drawn wagon rides, performance of We Were Called State Schoolers, mush-eating competition with local celebrities, and other fun activities. Culture Fest will be introducing a new activity this year called the Amazing Culture Race. The race is modeled after the popular TV show The Amazing Race and is open to 12 teams of 2 people each. Teams will race on bicycles on a predetermined route, competing different cultural challenges at pit stops. You can register for this race at www.culturefest.org. That sounds interesting for the year. Well, we hope you will join us on next Wednesday, and we want to wish you a safe and happy Labor Day on Monday. So we'll see you on Wednesday when our guest will be an update with the United Way campaign, and then we'll hear all about the walk to end Alzheimer's. So until then, have a safe weekend, and we will see you on Wednesday.